A local tree service is offering to hand out free firewood for senior citizens in the area. TrueCare Tree Services is offering to deliver and distribute free firewood to seniors with wood stoves. Each senior will get 1 load of firewood for the season. The firewood has already been seasoned and split. Mark Boyles, owner of TrueCare Tree Services, believes it's important to provide firewood to those who need it.
Well, what we find out is 8 out of 10 cases it's widows, it's senior citizens whose husbands have passed away. Their husband took care of all the firewood for them, split it, took care of all of that. And now that they've lost their husband, it's much more difficult.
TrueCare has a limited supply of firewood available. For more information, you can visit our website at WTAP.com.